Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and this is episode 254 of the world famous University Love, the best podcast in one, two, three galaxies. You and I, ladies and gentlemen, we just call it Online Marketing Moves, and we are coming to you live today. Today is Friday, April the 16th, 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you have gotten that COVID shot, huh? My mother, who I love dearly, has been calling me every day like she's the government and asking me, "Man, you got that COVID shot yet?" I said, "Look here, sister. I don't know what you got going on. Are you getting paid by the government? But I have not gotten the COVID shot yet." You know, I don't even know if I'm going to take it or not, to be honest with you. But I thought about it. There's pros and cons to all this, you know. The one trepidation that I have, I don't know about you, but the last time, like, I got a flu shot when I was in the U.S. Navy. I got a flu shot, and I will tell you what, I have never. That was a long time ago, and I haven't had the flu since then. But I'll tell you what, I took that flu shot, and like the very next day, 24 hours later, I was sick, sick as a dog. I think I got the flu from getting the flu shot. Now I remember my mom was like, "The flu shot's good for you." And I remember I caught up like after I got better. It was like three days. I was kind of sick. I was just, it was rough. And I was like, "Hey, I took this flu shot and I got the flu." I was like, what in the bleep is going on? And she's like, "What? Well, that happens sometimes, cause And I'm like, "No, I don't know. Like, why would I take something if I don't have it? Why would I take it?" That used to be my thinking. And with the whole COVID thing, it's so crazy. It's so much information, misinformation, real information. You don't know what's what sometimes. So, you know, I know everybody has their thoughts, but here in Georgia, in the United States, where I live, good old Georgia, we took my mother-in-law, we took her down to this place. It's pretty cool, actually. It didn't take as long as I thought. It wasn't a bad process. So we went down towards the airport, Hartsfield, Jackson, Atlanta airport. We took her down there. They had all these lines, different rows, They just pulled up her information, showed them her ID card, and she didn't even have to get out the car. They just sort of went up, stuck her 2 minutes, and boom, we was on our way. So I mean, it took like we was there for maybe like an hour, so it wasn't bad at all. And then my favorite part of that trip was we went and got catfish at this place that we like to go to. So me and my wife and my mother-in-law, we went and had catfish. Well, we picked it up to go because we don't really eat out. Well, lately we definitely haven't been eating out in the last year or so. So, and we picked it up to go, and it was quite delicious. I was like, man, I worked up an appetite doing all that driving to the airport, or whatever. But anyway, so I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. So, I don't know about you, but it's like I haven't had COVID yet. I'm not around a lot of people. So it's like, why take the shot? But at the same time, it's like, I'm about to have a baby, and I got to think about that. And I'm like, I'm gonna be at the hospital. I'm gonna be around people then because I have no choice. So it's like, should I be safe? Because I don't want to get my wife, and I definitely don't want to get the baby, like COVID or nothing like that, So it's one of those, it's kind of one of those, dang if you do, dang if you don't. You know what I mean? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about you. We're going to talk about picking a number. Now, what do I mean when I say pick a number? Ladies and gentlemen, I watched this video a long time ago. It was a guy I think he does like trading, like stock trading or whatever. And he said something and it made me chuckle. And I was like, it's kind of true. He said $500 a day keeps the job away. That was his motto. And I thought, that's a pretty good motto to have. But all of us don't need, some people might need $500 a day. Some people might not need, they might not need nothing but $100 a day. It just depends on who you are in your situation. So, ladies and gentlemen, what number could you use? Could what number would you be able to walk away from your job from? Let's say now for me, if I was making $500 a day online, I would definitely not have a job. I would be, I would be full time right here at home. So my goal for me personally is gonna be, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. No, but what is your goal? What no, my goal is to make as much money as possible on a daily basis. That's my goal. But in the meantime, I'm gonna put $400. $400 a day, 5, 6 days a week. That's 2,500 dollars. That's pretty good. So that's gonna be my goal. But for you, it might be different. So what is your goal? I mean, I need to make the extra monies because I got health insurance, baby on the way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta gotta pay for that health insurance. But what is your goal? And to see this goal on a daily basis, what you can do is write it down on a piece of paper. You don't have to put it in your brain. Just write it down on a piece of paper and keep it somewhere where you can see it every day. And just write it down, maybe $200, $300, $400 a day. Keep the old job away. You know what I mean? And like we said before, it's nothing wrong with the job and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes when you want to be, when you want to be full time in this entrepreneurship, working at a job sometimes gets frustrating. Listen, I know, trust me. I go through this. I go through this every night, at least once a night. I'm just like, man, you gotta be kidding me. I'm still here. Like, come on, man. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with the job. I mean, it's perfectly fine, but it's just in your heart where you want to be. You know in your heart what you are, and you know what you want to do, and you know what you are doing to get there. Like you have all these thoughts and you have these plans, and it's like, and you not that you want to rush them. I mean, don't get me wrong, you shouldn't rush them, but at the same time, I know me personally, this is my thought. Every night I'm like, yo, God, what's up? Like, what we doing? I'm ready to shoot off. I'm ready to walk on my own. Like, what's up? Like, should I just cut the line, or what? Jump, jump with no net or what? Like what's going on? Those are my thoughts on a nightly basis. When I have my conversation with God, I'm like, God, what's up? You know, today I know I'm working and all that, but it's taking up a lot of time, taking up 12 hours a day. It's futile. You know, I can make the most I can make in a day is probably from work is like in between $200 and $300, which is fine, but I want to make more than that, and I want to make it on my time. I want to make it through the content that I create. I want to make it through the writing that I do everything else. So it's like, all right, I don't want to depend on that money, anymore. I want to go on my own. So I have a number, and I wrote it down this morning, and I put it in my wallet, and I said, from this day forward, I'm gonna make this my goal on a daily basis. Now, you might not hit that goal every day, but I tell you what, the more effort you put into it, I bet you every day, eventually you will start hitting that goal and you will succeed that goal. And then after a while, if you keep hitting that goal on a daily basis, try another goal. You know what I mean? So let's say you say, I want to make $250 a day. And then you start hitting that goal on a regular basis and you go, all right, let me double it, 500. Then you start hitting that goal on a regular basis and you say, okay, I want to make $1,000 a day. Challenge yourself. Always challenge yourself and see how you can do it. See what you can do, different things you can do to start making that kind of money on a daily basis. Can you imagine if you was making $1,000 a day? Boom, home run, you're in there. All right, you know what I mean? So pull out a piece of paper, write it down. Either take a picture or put it in. Me myself, I put it in my wallet, and I pulled it out once today, and I thought about it, and I said, all right. And then tonight, I'm gonna do more. Of course, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna do some driving, and I'm gonna do some real thinking about how we can just really start hitting this on a regular basis. Sometimes I can hit it, sometimes I do not. It's very up, it's very down, but we're not here for that. We're here to get more consistent, we're here to get better, and that's what I want for you. So pull it out. And the more you write, when you write goals down and you visualize them, you see them, you have a lot better chance of hitting those goals than you do if you just think about it in your mind. You're like, all right, I'm gonna do that. I've tried that before and it doesn't work. But the more I write down goals, the more I definitely see them, and I definitely achieve them a lot more than I do if I just put in my mind, I go, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So whenever something happens, whenever I think about something in my mind, I try to keep it in my mind, it never works. So for me, I always have to write stuff down. Maybe you are different, but I would definitely highly recommend you get a notebook and you write down goals. We used to talk about this quite a bit, but I still write my goals down every day. 10 goals, 20 goals, doesn't matter. Write just different things down and write them down about how long it's going to take. What do I have to do to get there? Things of that nature. And I learned that writing about your goals and putting them in the present tense from a guy named Brian Tracy. I bought one of his books. It's called Goals. Well, I listened to it on audiobook and then I bought the book. But it's a great read and it helps you out about achieving goals and things of that nature. So if you want to check that out, be my guest. But definitely pull out that little piece of paper and write down, I want to make X amount of dollars, and then on a daily basis. So that way you can free yourself from your job if that's what you want to do, which at some point I highly recommend you do. The only reason why I say that is because let's be honest with each other. The more content you produce, the better content you produce, you will start making a lot of money. All right. And eventually it will be crazy if I'm making, $1,000 a day and I'm still trying to go to work and drive a truck for $200-$300 a day, then I would look kind of crazy, right? Of course. So, you eventually, once you outgrow the income that your job is bringing in, it's definitely time to, if you are married or whatever, have a significant other, it's definitely time to say, hey, I've been doing this for the last X amount of months and it's working, and I believe I should just quit my job. Because honestly, whatever field you're in, like I've driven trucks. Once I quit, and if something ever happened and I was desperate and I needed to go back, I had my license. That any job will take you back. Any job will have you. So it's not like you're losing out on anything. But if the opportunity is there for you to, be a full-time entrepreneur, it's like, why not take that chance? Why not take that advantage? Why not enjoy the freedoms of entrepreneurship? Now, I'm not saying it's, of course, we all know it's not hard. It's not glamorous as people like to make it out to be, but it's something for you. It's for you. It's something that you can do. Working for yourself, working on your own time. That's the main thing. That's the most important thing for me. Just working on my own time, working when I want to. Wake up, do some stuff. If I have to go run some errands, do that, come back, get back to work. You know what I mean? But constantly working, because I'm always working anyway. So it's like, why not work for yourself? That's the one thing people don't understand. You work so hard for these jobs, you know what I mean? Like you put out the effort, you put out the most effort. Most of us, if you're somebody that gives two flying, F's about anything in life, you work hard at a job, you know what I mean? And then you get and it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. But a lot of jobs every job pretty much underpaid you, no matter what unless you are making a motion picture and they're paying you $25 million. And then, you still might be underpaid. But for the most part, most of us are underpaid and overworked. So that's why people are always keeping one eye open for the entrepreneurship, doing things on your own. And that's why we are here with the Online Marketing Moves podcast to help you, to help you push you along into the wonderful world of entrepreneurship, into the wonderful world of online, making money online. So get out that paper, write down a number that you are comfortable with for the time being. And once you start hitting that goal on a regular basis, definitely change it up. All right. I hope that helps. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it for the episode today. I hope you enjoyed it. Talked about something different, but we'll be back tomorrow. Be like me. If you do a well, I was gonna tell you, if you do a podcast every day, you won't. If you do a podcast every day, now you might not make 500 from the podcast, but you would definitely make 5 cents a day from the podcast. All right, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, go out there, write that number down, keep it somewhere where you can see it on a regular basis, and make sure you start aiming towards that goal. All right. With that being said, we are out of time. That is it. My name is Tony Rosano. Thank you for listening, and we will be back tomorrow with the all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, take care of yourselves, and as always, everybody, peace.